Hey there, YouTube. I'm live here up in the mountains by Brighton Ski Resort. I'm out doing a little bit of touring this morning. Wanted to give you a quick adventure tip, how to keep your goggles from fogging up and frosting over. Today is a cold day, it's snowing. There's tons of powder, so I'm gonna get a lot of powder face shots. And it's really easy to get a layer of fog, a layer of ice built up over your goggles. So we're going to talk about how to prevent that today. A few tips. So number one is if you're wearing a helmet, and you should always wear a helmet when you're skiing, oftentimes it comes right to here and it can block the vents on your goggles. So one recommendation I have when you're picking up goggles, get some that have big vents on the sides, on the bottoms, as many vents as you can. Sometimes the wider goggles have bigger vents on the sides. Also make sure your helmet has a vent so that air can get up. It's nice to have a nice tight seal here, but oftentimes what that does is it traps all the moisture inside your lens. And really the enemy of what you're trying to prevent here is getting moisture in your lens. So right now it's snowing a little bit. I'm being careful not to let the snow get inside my goggles because that will ice them up really fast. The other thing is sweat. So if I'm working hard, I'm building up a little bit of sweat on here, it's gonna steam up inside here really fast. That's why you wanna keep that space, that airflow. So what I do when I'm sweating is I'll open up the vent on my helmet, push it back a little bit so I get a little space here. Let me show you real fast. So see that space? That's gonna help me vent out when I'm starting to sweat. I also keep them pretty loose. That way there's more airflow around the sides. And you can adjust that when you get to the top, when you're going down. When you're touring, you can get sweaty really fast, and sometimes I don't even wear my goggles when I'm going up. But make sure you keep them a little bit loose so you can have that extra ventilation. The other tip I have, and this is one you may not have heard of before, it's actually kind of tricky. I learned it from all my years doing laps in the pools for triathlon training. It's spit. Yeah, it's human spit. So I'm just gonna do a little bit here. You can, if you can get in and lick it, go ahead and lick it, but I'm just gonna give a little spit here. You can see, usually try to do this inside before I get out and get them really dry before I get out. You can do it outside, just don't do it when it's too cold or you'll freeze up. So usually I have a chamois. I got a little chamois here, wearing it on my body. So I'm just gonna wipe this nice and dry now. Gotta get it really dry. You don't want any of this moisture left in here, but you do want to leave that film. What that'll do is it'll create a harder surface for the protein on it. It creates a surface that isn't as easy for the moisture to condense on. So make sure you get that nice and clean, smudge free. Spit's a really cheap and easy way to do this. There are products you can purchase. There are wipes you can use to wipe it down. There's sticks you can use to rub on there. Those work, they do work well, but I tend to go minimalist, and so spit's what I have. Always have it with me, and it works really well. So I'm gonna head out now up the mountain, but this adventure tip is a great one. It'll save you a lot of hassle when you're dealing with the goggles, trying to fight with vision, and you don't want to do that out here. So be safe out there. Enjoy, subscribe to our channel, get more tips like this all the time. Thanks, we'll see you later.